Yo, what's up? This is Trina, the baddest bitch, and you're watching Women Crush Wednesdays. You know what it is.
It's Hip Hop Nation. You rocking out with your tour guide, Torae. It is a Woman Crush Wednesday. Listen, man, when you talk about crushes, I know that this woman right here is a longtime crush of a lot of my favorite artists, a lot of my favorite guests, and definitely a lot of all my listeners, man. We got the baddest. Can I still say the baddest bitch?
Say whatever you want.
The baddest bitch, Trina, is here. Make some goddamn noise, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi.
Oh, we feeling good. How are you, Trina?
I'm blessed.
Trina, first and foremost, please let me apologize for New York City's weather. You know what I mean?
You know
your fur is immaculate, so
you.
you making sure you making it do what it do, but you
fur,
still.
You know, in Miami it's so hot.
Yeah.
I'm just used to it. I'm not used to this yet.
I
travel with my electric blanket up here. Everything. I'm just still cold.
And you still cold.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We're gonna try to heat it up in here, man. Somebody go burn some logs or something, man. Make Trina feel comfortable, make her feel at home. Good to see you.
Thank you.
New record is crazy.
Thank you.
Loving
so
the
much.
damn record.
Thank
So we
you.
I gave that the passport stamp a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
As soon as I heard it, I was like, yo, this is crazy. I need to bring this to the people immediately. Get Hip Hop Nation on this immediately. It's featuring Tory Lanez, who you've actually worked with on a couple joints before, but we'll talk about that. Talk to me about Damn real quick, how it came about, you know what I mean?
It's just Tory hit me up and he said I got some records. I'm gonna play you some records, and I was like, okay, great. I'm gonna come by the studio, and we played a record before. We had a few records. We recorded like maybe 5-6 records. We have some more records that's not put out. And then he went back and he was like, no, I need to do another record for you. I got some crazy ideas. I want you to hear what I'm working with now. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna come by. And I came to the studio. He played a bunch of stuff, and we recorded the record that night.
It's a super dope joint.
Thank
It's
you.
definitely. So this is like the official lead-off single from the new album.
Yeah, this is the single from the new album. I'm excited about it. It's a different record. It's fun. It's exciting. You know, it's the summer, so I'm excited.
No doubt. Now I know Tory did this joint, but you work with Rico a lot on the album, right?
Rico co-produced the majority of the album.
Dope.
And Rico just, Rico is genius. I love Rico.
Facts.
I've been working with him for a while. And he just kind of gave me that refreshing start over that I needed to complete this album. I've been working on my 6th album for a while, like a little bit over 2 years, and I kind of was going back and forth with the sound and different things, and I recorded records with Tory, and we just was going, just trying to figure out a vibe. And when I got in with Rico, he just came in and he just played a bunch of different sounds, and it was playing live music, and he just wanted me to sit in there, and I was listening. And as soon as he saw me just bobbing and like in a vibe, he was like, we're going with that, let's record. And we just kind of build off of that. And I felt like I'm ready. Like I could complete my 6th album. I felt excited. This is the first time I've been like super excited to record the album.
Dope.
I'm always excited when the process is done, but this is the first time I've ever been like completely involved and wanting to be in the studio and make sure everything is perfect. And it's a great feeling because it's like my best project.
Dope. Does it make you feel like reinvigorated? Because I mean, obviously, for somebody you started in the business young and you came in young, but for somebody who's been in the game for a number of years at this point, you know what I'm saying? You're seeing the changes, you're seeing the download and the stream coming in, and you're seeing the social media aspect. I guess for you, for somebody who's seen a lot of different changes in the business, how do you stay interested? How do you stay excited about it?
My fans, they keep me inspired. I perform a lot more than anything, like whether it's in the States or out of the country. So I'm always building from that type of inspiration. Like I never have that moment where, I'm just done, I'm over it. And even when I'm always on the go and I'm always working, and even like my friends be like, you're not tired. But then when I'm like out here, I just get so much like love. It's an extra like adrenaline rush, And I'm always like, I'm gonna go back in the studio, I'm gonna record a record. I love for them to get that excited. And I just try to keep myself from being jaded. I try to do different stuff. I work with different people on this project. And I think that's the thing that just keeps me like in it, and like that hunger. It's just the inspiration from the fans mostly.
Absolutely. Shout out to the fans, man. Shout out to everybody listening right now. Trina is here. It's Hip Hop Nation. Your tour guide, Torae. We're going to take them back a little bit. We're going to hit you with the new shit, all that, man. Keep it right here. Hip Hop Nation, it's a Woman Crush Wednesday. Your favorite crush, your girl's favorite crush, everybody's favorite crush. Trina is here. We already established that the baddest bitch is in the building. She's a little cold. We trying to warm it up. I'm going to send Life to get her some hot cocoa or something, you know what I mean, to make her feel good on the inside and all of that. So, Trina, now that you're here, you got a new album on deck. Like you said, man, you've been performing and doing a lot. Talk to me about we briefly touched on it a little bit, man, but just the changes that you've seen in the industry, in the business, over the years, man? Talk to me about some of that.
Most of it is like, I guess the social media, the internet part.
Right.
Like, I mean, it's cool. I understand the business, the whole transition of it, and I think social media is important, especially for like marketing and branding and stuff, and constantly being out there, especially to connect with the fans that that are not watching TV or that are not buying records no more. It's a total different wave.
Right.
So that's your way to actually like interact with them close up. I think some of it is just like too much though. Like some of the extra, like just extra stuff. Like I come from that generation where that wasn't like that. It was just all real. Like you had respect, you show love, you do your thing.
Respect is key. Put some respect on this, the whole internet. Put some respect on the whole internet.
For real, it's just one of them kind of things, and it is what it is. You just got to stay grounded, and like it's distracting. You know what I mean? Because as myself, and I'm doing a new record and I'm promoting my record, and then you have to, like turn on social media to promote, but then you got to see these people fighting and this arguing and this gossip and this, and it's like sometimes you just get caught up in that and you just be like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And it kind of take you like out of what you're doing. So I try to kind of stay away from that and just focus on what I got to do, and you know what I mean? I mean, just keep it moving.
You've always been pretty private while being in the public eye, I would think. Relationships or whatever, that comes out. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know so much about Katrina Laverne. You know what I mean?
How do you know that?
I'll be knowing a little bit. You know what I mean? I'll be knowing a little bit. What is maybe one of the craziest things you've seen or heard about yourself that you was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. It'd be a lot of different stuff. I always be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But I don't really care. Like, you know what I mean? Because I know me. I'm true to me, and I know if it's something like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even waste the time. I don't have the time to even care what you're talking about if it doesn't make sense to me. Like, you're not paying my bills. You're not taking care of me. You don't do anything for my family. I don't know you. I don't love you. I don't care. I don't care what you're talking about. I just kind of keep that thing because it keeps me like away from, losing my character. And like, I'm not just going to be wilding out every time you turn around, like, just beefing with somebody. And I just can't get into that. So I just like, I'm just a cool person. I like to chill. I like real stuff. I do my work. This is my job. Right. When I'm away from this and this is not work, I'm with the people that I care about the most. And that's like the regular life. That's like my girls. We chilling. We have girl time. I'm home. I'm cooking. I'm just doing stuff that I don't have to do when I'm working. And that's just how I like it.
What's your best dish?
Anything seafood, anything Caribbean.
Okay.
My family's from the island, so I just like Caribbean stuff.
Can you cook something for a vegan?
You vegan? You don't eat?
Yeah, I don't eat no dairy, no meat, no nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't eat meat. I eat seafood, but I've never really cooked vegan.
All right, I got to take a trip to Miami. We got to figure this out.
How did you start that? How did you start vegan?
How you gonna flip the interview?
No. I just, you know what? One thing with me, I like to know. Like, if you tell me that, I have people around me that want to try to be vegan, and I'm saying to them, like, are you sure you're gonna just not eat meat forever? Like, never? Like, not even Thanksgiving, not Christmas? And they're like, no, serious? So I want to know.
For me, it was a gradual process. Okay. I stopped eating chicken. I didn't eat beef or pork forever, for like 20 years or whatever. I stopped eating chicken in September of 2015.
Okay.
I just woke up one day and I was over it. I was like, yeah, I'm cool on this for a minute. And so I was what they say pescatarian. So I was only eating fish and seafood from September until December of 2015. So I made it through Christmas and Thanksgiving. And once I did that, I was like, okay, so let me level up a little bit. So I said, so for January, to start the new year, 2016, I'm going to go vegetarian. And I went vegetarian top of last year, and then just gradually moved into veganism. So by April, by April, I was all vegan, and I've been on that since then. So it's cool, but it's a slow process. You got to go gradual. My man tried to go cold turkey, which is an oxymoron. You can't go cold turkey and vegan at the same time. It's crazy. So all of that to be said, they tired of me talking about being a vegan on the show. We got Trina here. It's Hip Hop Nation. This is Woman Crush Wednesday. Hit us up at Hip Hop Nation on that Twitter and that gram. Trina, what's your joint? Trina Rockstar, right?
Trina Rockstar with 2 R's.
2 R's, man. For that double R, that Rolls Royce, them real, rigid rocks. You feel me? It's Hip Hop Nation. Let's get it. It's Hip Hop Nation. It's your tour guide, Torae. Trina is here. You know what it is, man. It's just this is a fun time for me. Somebody who I've watched over a number of years. Somebody who I've been a fan of. You know what you said in a previous break when we were talking about social media and shit. You said they don't pay my bills, right? And that's something for me. Every time I see you, every time you step out, you always immaculate, cleaned up, super duper fly. Even without a project in the marketplace, do you have a strong business acumen, or what do you do? You know what I mean, to maintain your lifestyle?
I just work. You know what? I work. Very smart. Before I did music, I did real estate. So I kind of know how to, like, make sure I have something. I know how to, I did a lot of investing, so pretty cool.
That's a big thing. So I think a lot of people, they get into the game wanting to be in the music business and wanting to see, be everything they see on TV and not understanding how to manage your money and your your finances,
and you get lost in that. You could just, I've spent a whole bunch of money. When I first started, I was young. I was doing everything. I didn't really care. The more you grow, you just have to figure it out. You got to understand how to make it balance. And you start realizing that this is life and this is real and this is a job. I look at this as like a 24-hour job. Right. I'm always working. Every day I get up like everybody else, 9 to 5, I go to work. It's just my terms. And so with that being said, I'm not working just to be working for my health. I'm working because this is what I love to do. Right. So obviously when I'm done working, I want to still be able to make sure I'm good. Absolutely. Until I'm no longer here in this universe. Right. So therefore, I try to make sure everything is good for me.
Yeah, because rappers don't got no 401k, no retirement plan. No, so you got to set
make it work.
Yeah,
you better know what
set
you're
it
doing, and you better less that stunting and make sure everything is on black and white straight.
Absolutely. Now, one thing to ask you before you go, I've seen you on a few different reality television shows. Mm-hmm. I saw you on Lala show, saw you on K. Michelle's show. Don't judge me. I'll be watching a little bit. Get out my business. Just a little bit. You know what I mean? Don't worry about that, though, Hip Hop Nation. Now, I know that there is a Love and Hip Hop Miami thing floating around, and obviously your name has been in the conversation and in the pot. So is that something that you're entertaining? Is that a real thing?
My name is in it automatically because it's Miami.
Right.
You can't come to Miami.
And you run that shit.
I am Miami.
Facts.
You can't come to Miami and not think of it. I watch it. I mean, reality TV is entertaining for one. I like some of it, and some of it I'm like, whoa, that's too far. Like, there's no throwing drinks in my face.
Right, we know.
There's no pulling hair. There's no throwing off shoes. Like, it's just certain limits. I'm not just gonna put myself in that situation. But, you know what? I'm like iffy with it, because that is a side of my life that's kind of private, but that's the side that the people have really never seen. It's a different side than doing an album or seeing me on stage or perform or doing an interview. It's a total different side. I've got a lot of different offers from different shows, and I don't know, I'm just thinking maybe it's just a different platform at this point for so many different things. I mean, it's my music, it's everything that I have going on. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. If it makes sense to me, maybe you'll see me on TV.
No doubt. I'm sure a lot of people would love to see it when we get those quick little glimpses. You know what I'm saying? You're always clamoring for more. You're like, damn, we would love to know what Trina's doing on a regular basis. So I guess if you have the right creative control and the right check, of course.
If I do it, if I have the right, if it makes sense to me and I think it's a different light and it's gonna benefit everything else that I'm doing and it makes sense, then I'll do,
No doubt. But right now, the album is on deck. Are we giving the title away for the people? Not just yet.
A little bit.
Do we have a date? Do we have an estimated timeline?
The album is in April. I'm going to save the date and the title.
Okay.
It's like I'm doing this little thing for my fans. I want them to participate. So
that's dope.
I'm excited though. The album, I'm excited. Rico Love. I honestly would not have been able to complete this album.
Now I'm about to text Rico right now. He's gonna play me some shit over the phone.
I can't when I say genius, I couldn't have been in this spot or completed without him.
Absolutely.
That's so much respect I have for him. I got a chance to work with Wayne on the album.
Okay.
I got Tory Lanez, of course.
What was that like?
With Wayne?
Yeah.
It was great. Me and Wayne are friends. Wayne is just a cool person. We have a lot of respect for each other, so it's easy when I hit him hey, I need you to do my record. It's for my album. I need this.
Did you guys ever have a period where y'all didn't rock well?
No.
After the breakup? No?
No, because you know what? The thing with Wayne and I, it wasn't that. It was, we were just really young. We were really young, and Wayne was younger than I. Right. And I just felt like we were just too young, adults trying to figure it out, but not that mature at the time, and it's just when you're not that mature and it's all over the place, people speculate and judge. I have so many things. He's never done anything wrong. He's never disrespected me. So I have the utmost respect for him. He's a great, great person. And I called him for my record. I needed him for something. He did it. He called me for a record that he did before, and the Wowzers record for his album, I did it. So it's always gonna be that, it's a very feisty record. It's a back and forth kind of record. I heard the record oh, Wayne, this is what you want to say? It was one of those kind of things. But you know what? We're adults now. We're grown, and we got respect for each other. He have kids, you have a life, I have my life, and I always want to see him and just be I'm happy for you, and I'm happy to see you doing your thing. And I think the same for me. from him.
what's up.
So, you know, I have him on the album, Tory Lanez, of course. I have 2 Chainz on the album. I have Lil Boosie on the album, Plies. I have K. Michelle on the album.
Oh, this is ringing.
I have
This is
Kelly
ringing
Price
off.
on the album. Rico Love, of course, is on the album. So it's like everything it just completed itself at the right time for me.
Dope.
And it's the perfect time, and I'm excited. I'm beyond happy.
I see it.
And yeah, I'm really, really happy, and I'm just happy more because like Rico really just gave me like that like almost that push in the back that I already know that I just needed him like to push a little bit.
The difference between Rico and a lot of different, he's a producer. Like he's not just a beat maker, writer.
No,
he really produces the whole shit.
He wants to see you in there. He wants to make sure it comes out right. And he's a fan of my music and me. And like Rico actually come to my show and watch me perform. And like that means so much to me for you to come in the studio and have these ideas. And I don't want to change you, and I don't want to make you be something that I want to just elevate you. I want to make people understand and respect who you are and understand like this is real. And I can't thank him enough.
Right back to the respect, man. Put some respect on it. Rico is super underrated, as I think you are. Talk to me about, before we go, your overall, I don't want to say legacy, but your place in hip hop, female hip hop, and definitely just in hip hop in general.
I'm happy. I'm content. I always say this: you're the most consistent, and I mean consistent mean I've never stopped being in the face of people since I've started.
Facts.
And that's just because I always work. If I didn't work, I don't think that would be consistency. You know, my last album did not come out. My last album, I haven't had an album out in 5 years plus. So to not have an album out, but to still be on the radar, to still work, to still do a tour, to still go overseas, to still be able to have this life I have, I'm beyond blessed. And I'm happy for that, you know.
No,
sometimes I always hear people say, you deserve more, you should be here, you should be there. I just think, you know, this whole thing is now, it's hype. Everybody's caught up in a certain kind of hype, and it's changed a lot. It's not the same. People are not buying albums, people are not buying records. It's not a lot of artists that are signed to major labels. So you have to really figure it out and how to make it work. It's so many artists that's out right now that you would not see them 15 years or 10 years from now. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
And there's no other artist, female, that have 6 albums but myself. So for me, I kind of hold my weight with it. I'm happy. I'm blessed. I have no complaints. And
that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. New album on deck, man. Trina is here. You know what it is. It's Hip Hop Nation. Put some respect on it, man. The baddest bitch. Understand that. We out.